Hey guys, welcome to our first craft break together of the year. I am Bianca, a content creator here at Plaid, and we always get together on Wednesdays to do fun and easy Mod Podge projects. And today we will be creating a quick and easy gift for your Galentine. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so I wanted to share this project with you guys. And in just a second, we're going to switch over to our overhead, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through the supplies that you will need for this project. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch now, and I'll let you know what you need. So the first thing I want to focus on is our paint palette for today. I am using the Best of Pink Folk Art paint kit, and that kit includes our Color Shift Pastel Pink. It also includes Folk Art Metallic Sparkling Fuchsia, Glitterific Hot Pink, Glitterific Princess Potion, and Folk Art Multi-Surface Satin Baby Pink. So this kit includes all 5 of these colors. These are all 2-ounce bottles. You guys can find this on plaidonline.com, and you can purchase this so that you too can craft all of your pink Valentine gifts, crafts, or anything that you plan to give to not just someone else, but maybe even yourself. So you're going to need this paint kit. You're also going to need some scissors. You will need ribbon. You will need a pencil. You will need a dowel stick. You will need some floral foam. You will need some 4x4 printed designs. We'll talk a little bit more about this in a few minutes. You're also going to need these wooden letters. It is cut out to spell out the love word. I'm sorry, not the love word, the word love. You guys can find this on plaidonline.com. You're also going to need some tape. Here I have some decorative Valentine gift tissue. You will also need matte Mod Podge. So this is the formula that we will be using for today's project. I will also talk a little bit more about this in just a second. And then you will need some clear straws. And last but not least, you are going to need this wooden surface, and this is a 4-sided memory box. You guys can also find this on plaidonline.com. I'll give you a little bit more details about this. But before we get started, I do want to switch back to our front camera so that I can show you the project that we will be crafting today. I didn't show you that in the beginning, but this is what we will be creating. So this is a Galentine bouquet. So I know most bouquets have flowers in them, but this one is stuffed with goodies for your Galentine. And like I said, we are using our 4-sided memory box that you guys can find on plaidonline.com. This does rotate around. I'll set it down and I'll spin it so that you guys can see it. So after your Galentine receives this as a gift, if she wants to take everything out, she can stuff her own photos in here, and she can use this as a memory box with some of her personal photos or her family photos. So this is what we will be crafting. We'll go ahead and we'll switch back to our overhead camera and we will get started. So let's move some of these things out of the way. I am going to start by talking about our memory box. So let's get some of this out of our way. So this is our 4-sided memory box. I'm going to spin it around for you from the overhead camera so you can see it. So this is really cool. It does spin around. And again, it is 4-sided. It comes with glass sides that I have taken out, but I'm going to stick them in just so you guys see how it works. So, and I'm going to slide them back out so you can easily change the pictures in and out if you would like to. So I went ahead and started my memory box with our satin baby pink. So I base coated this with our Folk Art multi-surface satin baby pink color. Again, there are 5 colors to choose from. You can get as creative as you would like and use any of these colors, but this is the one that I chose to go with for my design. My memory box is already dried, so I'm going to set this off to the side, and I'm going to remove these 4 glass panels for just a second. And I'm gonna pull over this printed design that I found online. I wanted all 4 of my sides on the memory box to be the same. So I printed out this really cute design that says Gal Pal. You might want to print out pictures of you and your Galentine. You also can go to plaidonline.com and you can go through our Mod Podge downloadable library. We have some free Galentine designs if you guys want to choose from those as well. So I've already gone ahead and cut out 2. I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to trace around the back of my frame, and this will let me know where I need to cut my printed design at. So we're going to do this twice. And then I am going to Mod Podge these onto my frame backings because I want them to stay in place. I don't want them to move all around. But if the person you are giving this gift to decides to change out the pictures at any time, she doesn't even have to remove these from the backing. She can just slide another picture right on top of it. So this does not stop her from changing out the photos if she would like to. So let's go ahead and let's trace our second printed design. I'm gonna grab the pencil again. And then we are going to grab our matte Mod Podge and we're going to apply these onto the picture backings. And again, I am using the Mod Podge. I just want them to be extra secure. You know, sometimes when you add photos into a picture frame, they can slide around, especially if that picture frame will be moving around a lot or, you know, have some heavy traffic. So I'm using the Mod Podge to hold it in place. All right, so we'll grab our other 2 and we will quickly add a light layer of Mod Podge onto our photo backings. So I am using the matte formula. If you guys have gloss or satin at home, you can definitely use those as well. It will not affect how your picture or your printed design goes on unless you're going to be adding it as a top coat. So if you decide to add a top coat onto your photo or your printed design, it definitely does matter what formula you are going with. But I don't think that this is a project where you need to add a top coat onto the photo. All right.
Bianca, we had a question
Okay.
from Carla. She asked, how do I get this kit? You can go on plaidonline.com and search Best of Gold kit. And Best of Pink kit. That's a different kit we have, Best of Gold. We have Best of Gold, Best of Pink, and Best of Silvers. But this is the Best of Pink, and you can search Best of Pink kit at plaidonline.com.
Yep, and I'll go through those colors again so that you can see what is included. But I think that pink and gold go great together. So I'm glad you brought that up because I think that those 2 kits together would be beautiful. If you guys are working on any Valentine projects, I would love to hear about them. Or if you've already created something, or if you are Mod Podging some Valentine decor for your house, I would love to hear about it. Let me know. My Christmas tree is still up. I'm debating on whether or not I want to turn it into a Valentine tree. Still pending and to be determined. But if I do leave it up, I definitely plan on creating some fun Mod Podge ornaments for my Valentine tree. But we will see. All right, so we have 1 more to go, and then we are going to drop these into our memory box. Make sure that you are smoothing the pictures out with your fingers. Don't rub too hard. You don't want to mess up your picture. Also, don't add too much Mod Podge I try to say this as much as I can. You don't want to oversaturate your surface because this is just printer paper that I'm using. We don't want it to get soggy and we don't want it to get super wet and tear. So I am doing a light coat, just enough for our photo to stick. All right. All right. So we have added on all of our downloaded patterns, and now I'm going to grab my memory box and I'm going to drop them in with our glass windows. Be careful with this step. Make sure that you are going slow so that you do not cut yourself. So let's drop this in. Let's see, let's drop the glass in first. All right, and then let's drop our photo right behind it. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. Had to flatten my picture out just a little bit. All right, so we got one side in. We're gonna go ahead and repeat this on the other sides quickly. So I am just dropping in my glass frames, then I'm gonna go back around and drop in our Mod Podge photos. And I know that we are doing this for Valentine's Day, but just thinking ahead, what's the next holiday after Valentine's Day? I can't keep up, but I think that this would be a great idea if we're thinking ahead for Father's Day and also Mother's Day. So you can put pictures of you and your parents in your memory box and maybe stuff some things in that your mom would love or your dad would love. Or even if you just want to recreate this for someone's birthday. I think that this is a really fun and quick last minute gift idea. All right, so we have all 4 of our pictures added into our memory box. Now we're gonna set this off to the side for just a second. I'm gonna grab these wooden letters and I'm also going to grab this dowel stick. So this love cutout you guys can find on plaidonline.com. All of these letters are attached. So I've gone ahead and I have painted it using the Folk Art Metallic Sparkling Fuchsia. And I'm gonna hold this up so that you can see what that paint looks like up close. So this is a metallic paint. And for the middle here, I went back with our Folk Art Multi-Surface Satin Baby Pink. So this has dried. Also, I used the Sparkling Fuchsia on my dowel stick too. So the next step we're gonna do together, I am using our Glitterific Princess Potion paint, and we're gonna add a little bit of this right here onto the front of our heart. So I'm gonna grab another paintbrush and my paint, and we're gonna add just a little bit of sparkle to our heart so that it pops a little bit, literally. So Glitterific Pop, this is a really cool paint to use. When you pour it, it looks a little bit milky and white, but it does dry clear just like Mod Podge. So let's add a little bit of this onto our heart. The heavier you want your glitter to be, the more coats you will need to use. So let each coat dry in between before adding on the next one. And that will help build your glitter up a little bit. So I am going to do one coat. And then I have my glue gun over here. We are going to add the dowel stick onto the back of this. And this is just gonna be like a oversized plant pot that we're gonna stick inside of our bouquet. If you've ever received flowers or some type of small gift, you've probably had a plant poke in it that either had a picture stuck to it or a note, or maybe even had a small balloon inside of it that was on a stick, this is the same premise. So I'm going to grab my hot glue and I'm going to add a little bit onto the back of my dowel stick. And I am going to set my letters right on top of it so that glue will dry and the glitterific pop paint will continue to dry. I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side and we will come back to it. All right, so we are 80% of the way, actually, maybe a little bit more. This is a really quick project. This is something that can be done in an hour or less. And, you know, I don't think that you really have to be a skilled crafter to do something like this. All right, so next we are going to grab some floral foam. We're going to stick this inside of our box. And then you are going to grab a straw. And you're also going to grab some tape, and you also want to grab some goodies for your Galentine. I suggest maybe getting some from Dollar Tree. If you don't want to add in Galentine goodies, you can also add in pictures. So I'm going to show you how you can do that in just a second. All right, so I have a clear straw here, and I have a foot mask that I have gotten from the dollar store. And also, just before adding those things into our bouquet, we're gonna grab some gift tissue, and you can cut it to size if need be, but we wanna stuff this inside of our memory box. So you can trim around this if you need to. I'm only cutting that piece because this little corner right here was torn, but I think the bigger and the fluffier, the better. All right, so next I am going to flip my foot mask over, and then I'm going to grab a clear straw, and then I'm going to grab some regular tape, and we are going to tape this to the back of our foot mask. So I'm adding a few strips just to make sure that it is extra secure. Okay. And then we're going to stick this right inside of our memory box and down into the floral foam. So push, 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 and there it is. So we're going to add a few more in, and then we're going to drop in some flowers, and then we're going to add in our plant poke, and we are done. So I have a few more goodies to add into here. All right, so I have a phone stand that I'm adding. We're gonna do a Target gift card. I also have some lip scrubbers. Now, a few of these are wooden dowel sticks. If you guys would like to go the extra mile and you would like to paint some wooden dowel sticks instead of using straws, you can do that as well. It is a little bit easier to do the straws, but again, you can go the extra mile and paint the dowel sticks. All right, so I added in a lip mask, and then I am adding in a charcoal face mask. So I think that is enough, and now we are going to fill this in with some floral. So we want to fill in all of these empty spots just to kind of beef it up a little bit. And then we'll add in our plant poke last. So let's grab some floral. All right. If you guys have any questions, let us know. We are nearing the end of this project, so I want to get your questions answered before we get out of here. And again, I'll go through our paint kit colors one more time so that you know what is in there. Alrighty. So I'm adding in some greenery. And all of this you can find at your dollar store. And if you aren't near a dollar store, I'm pretty sure you can also find this at a craft store. And honestly, the greenery you can go right in your backyard and cut off of a really nice bush. All right, so let's add in one more flower maybe. Let's see. Stick that right down in there. We want to get it nice and full. All right. So let's spin this around. And the last thing that we are going to do is grab some ribbon. Actually, I'm sorry, not the last thing, the second to the last thing. We're gonna grab some ribbon. I'm sliding it up underneath of my memory box. And we're gonna try to tie this into a bow. Make sure your ribbon is long enough. This step is definitely optional. It's not holding anything in place at all. It is just for looks. Our flowers are falling out. I gotta stick them back down. Okay. So I'm just gonna tie a really quick and cute bow right here. Alrighty. Alright, let's try our bow again. There we go. It takes me a while to tie bows, guys. Bows are not easy to create. Sometimes I have to hot glue them. Let's actually just leave this as a ribbon for now. So let's cut the ends a little bit. And then we'll stick our flower back down in there. All right. And then, last but not least, we are going to grab our plant poke. It should be nice and dry by now. And we'll stick that right towards the front. So before I stick it in, I want to show you guys what it looks like. So I'm going to stick this right down here in the front. We want to push it through the floral foam. And I'm going to spin this around and we'll switch back to our front shot. And we'll show you what the finished product looks like. So this is our memory box turned into a super cute and super easy and simple Galentine's bouquet stuffed with some of your Galentine's favorite goodies. Again, you don't have to use the things that I put in here. You can switch these out for photos. Same thing, you just want to tape them to a straw or to a wooden dowel stick. And this is what it looks like when you finish. So we'll go ahead and we'll give this a spin. And this is just a really fun and cute way to use our memory box. Again, you can find this surface at plaidonline.com. I'm going to switch back over to our overhead really quickly. I'm going to show you these paint colors one more time that come in the Best of Pink Folk Art Paint Kit so that you can go and purchase this for your Valentine projects. So again, these are all 2-ounce bottles. This is the Color Shift Pastel Pink. This is the Metallic Sparkling Fuchsia. This is the Glitterific Pop Princess Potion. The Glitterific Hot Pink. And then last but not least, we have the Multi-Surface Satin Baby Pink. So these are all of our fun pink colors included in the Best of Pink Folk Art Paint Kit. I would definitely love if you guys would go and grab it. We'll switch back to our front camera. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy project. If you try this at home, please use hashtag PlaidCraft so that we can see it and thumbs up it. And we will see you guys back next week with another fun project for Valentine's Day. See you guys later.